Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All praises to the ever present, the great spirit, the mighty and great I am that I am. It always was, is, and never shall be. Make of suns, moons, and stars, and even the gods themselves. All praises to the creator, the God maker, whose magnitude is incomprehensible and whose presence is everywhere. See my people in the chat already, you know what I mean? Let's get it done. We got my brother Zoe. Y'all Zoe in the building, spring flipper. What's the word? Love and light to you, brother. Love and light to you, my brother Zoe. Y'all better leave Zoe alone. It better be a problem. My sister, your sister. This kid in the building, permission to come aboard the captain. You already know. You got the keys to the ship. What you talking about? Love and light to you, little sis. What's the word? My brother C-La Shalom TV. Y'all go like, subscribe, share. We got the big dog in the building. You already know. You already know what time it is, bruh. What else we got in the bed? We got my brother Kevin FGK Capone is in the building. What's the word, my brother? The word, loved one. Yeah. We got him in here. Bishop X is in the building. Just me, Buzz Lightyear is in the building. Hey man, y'all go hit that like button and share button. Get us spinning. It's about time for CGG and all our channels to come about these shadow bands, man. We're gonna make something happen though. Dig. Y'all drop a vortex in the chat if I can be heard. It's your little brother Malaki Macabee. Y'all see the title, man. Create a gang chop session, you know, the gods, the conscious unity, and all it. There's all type of madness going on. I say, boy, there's all types of madness going on. You feel me? But yeah, y'all drop a vortex in the chat if I can be heard. Shout out to my sister, Praise the Great Spirit. Shout out to my brother Brandon Carter Beast. He got a nap time, love, and light bombs to everybody. Y'all already know. CGG, still cooking. Yeah. That did go. Let's see everybody in the building. Let me go ahead and share some of this real quick. And as always, we give it. Everybody know it. Y'all share that, hit the like button and all that real quick. I'm gonna send some of this out and we about to go ahead and get the cooking. Gang in this thing.
All right, question for Is. Would you kill your child, your son, if your God told you to?
You said the Most High told me to?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is. Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is. Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is.
A 22-year-old woman told hotel workers in Holmes County that she had been directed by God, to go on a shooting spree about the solar eclipse, and that not long after she left the hotel in a purple Dodge Challenger driving to the interstate, traveling west, shooting into two cars. One of the drivers was shot in the neck, the other grazed in his arm.
If your God came to you right now, tonight, in pomp and glory, shining, and he commanded the death of your child, would you sacrifice your child?
If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course.
Peter Lucas Moses refers to himself as a radical religious person who is with the Black Hebrews. And he just pleaded guilty to killing a four-year-old and a woman that he was living with. He killed the 4-year-old because he thought he was gay.
Moses believed 4-year-old Higginbotham was homosexual. Klein says Moses took Higginbotham to the garage, played the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and shot him. If
God came to you and told you to sacrifice your kid, would you sacrifice your kid?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
God is called a terrible, demon-like power. God is called a terrible, demon-like power. God is called the terrible, demon-like power. So Napa means empty, you could say, or open. Shita means demon, or Shita means demon, or demon-like, or terrible. Shita means demon, or demon-like, or terrible.
According to the criminal complaint, Polite told investigators God told him to shoot Pastor Germany. And he wanted to go to jail to clear his mind.
Would you kill your child or your grandchild if your God told you to?
Oh, man.
So that's a yes?
Yeah, it's a yes. But I think that it would be a test. I don't think the Lord would actually tell you to do it. I think it would just be a test because we can see.
You'd be willing to go through with it?
I'll go through any trial the Lord puts me through.
Leader Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the self-proclaimed Son of God, one day in 1981, her North Dade home became a house of death. Banks and her husband, Carlton Carey, had just returned from talking with police about another Yahweh member who had been decapitated. Today, Yahweh Ben Yahweh is charged in her attempted murder and the death of her husband. October 1986, Yahweh's takeover in an Opelika apartment building. Two residents who were ordered to leave publicly complained. That night, both were shot to death.
Wow!
Judah, do you hear me? If the Most High Yahweh tells you to kill your family, would you do it? Yes or no?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Oh, Judah, no.
Damn.
Judah didn't mean that, y'all.
If the Most High say, put your family down, would you do it for the Most High?
By faith, yes. By faith, yes.
By faith, yes.
But he's going to tell me not to do it, just like he did Abraham. We have a story like that already. Next.
The moral law is that if a child was to be rebellious, towards their parents, they was to be taken down and be stoned to death because of that. You see what I'm saying?
Would you do that? Would you do that if your God came back to you today in glory and said, I want you to stone your son if he get rebellious? Would you? Would you do it?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would.
Wow.
the Most High was to come to you and ask you to off your loved ones, would you do it, brother?
If I had made the mistake, if I didn't have ancestors inside of me and I made the mistake to make babies with outside nations, and then I heard the download from my ancestors saying that you need to put them away, yes, I will put them away. Yes, I will put them away.
Okay, Judah Nazareth, if the Most High come to you and say, I want you to put down your family, I have a better movement for you that I need you to do, would you do it?
They're out of here. They're out of here. They're out of here.
As the biosphere thinks humans into existence, as the biosphere thinks humans into existence, as the biosphere thinks humans into existence,
as the biosphere thinks humans into existence.
So we recognize the earth and have to take care of it. If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do. If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do.
If it was just a floating mass, we could throw trash where we wanted and do what we wanted to do.
It is in the southeastern side behind Punt that this God exists. It is in the southeastern side behind Punt that this God exists.
It is in the southeastern side behind Punt that this God exists.
And Ra rises in the morning and they're explaining the sunrise and how it comes up in the night. The sunrise and how it comes up in the night.
The sunrise and how it comes up in the night.
Let's talk about my teacher, award-winning scientist Hitoshi Moriyama. He said, when you take the ball and throw it into the sky, that's the beginning of the Big Bang. When you take the ball and throw it into the sky, that's the beginning of the Big Bang.
When you take the ball and throw it into the sky, that's the beginning of the Big Bang.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another show. And today, guys, I will be throwing a basketball in the sky. That's it.
And you're watching the universe expand until it reaches its zenith. When it reaches its height, then the universe is expanded, and in those areas it cools off, and we can tell because the ball starts to come back down. Because the ball starts to come back down.
Because the ball starts to come back down.
Oh, God.
Friction is the heat is caused by the molecules moving, speeding up. Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah. Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah.
Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah.
So let me tell you where it's located in the book of Cosmogony. 38/1.37 to 42 is where it says the sun does not give off heat in the book of Cosmogony.
Then why is the space between the face of the sun and the face of the earth freezing cold? Objective proof, she don't know what she's talking about. This is from NASA, Webb Telescope. By the way, Webb Telescope is not going out our galaxy, it is going towards the sun.
Conduction and convection can't happen in empty space due to the lack of matter, and heat transfer occurs slowly by the radiative process alone.
Conduction and convection can't happen in empty space due to lack of matter, and heat transfer occurs slowly by the radiative process alone.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Never gets old, man. Never gets old. And these are supposed to be your gatekeepers. That was sad. That was very, very sad. Now you know one thing about the game, man. We keep receipts, you know, man. Can't let these mealy mouth misfortunates think they got one up on the game. You know, we always keep the receipts. We always slow you down. We'll spend the block on you. They did what you say. Pause. Put the pause on you. Yeah, you out here looking like all of Olay or little Canaanite god, little Naphtali out here looking remedial. Yeah. How I feel to know that most of the people you fancy the scholars, you dig, been speedballing knowledge past you. That's it. You over there seal clapping like it's so. He's just so deep in the high thigh. Let me show y'all something, man. This ain't a game with us. We really do this. While y'all out there trying to, get all your likes and moisturize your wrists. Look at that. There say right there, your clips. It's on my Macabee channel. Got these boys. We about to hear some crazy. Remember I told y'all yesterday, shout out to my brother Sila Shalom, Cosmon Cal, and brother Whirlwind. My brother Daryl Cosmon. You know what I mean? Let me show y'all something, man. We might play no games. We got these boys clipped up. Now, this is when we debated so-called Kimmy, y'all. It was a slaughter. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close, man. It did. And it's crazy because, I guess y'all thought like we don't do this. Now we do. Somebody better tell these young boys that we do this. Y'all can't mess with the game, man. I'm boldly standing on it. All right, now look, we got, here are all these clips. we've been punch drunk in these niggas past 2 years. All right, so I'm making mockery of these Negroes right off the back. Asar Mkab boldly claims the Egyptian deities are made out of plastic. Sit your monkey ass down somewhere. Hold on. We not here to play around. You dig? Like that's crazy. It's crazy to me that the so-called community don't see this. Either you don't want to see it, or you just can't. And if you can't, then ain't damn one of you mealy mouth Negroes who fancy yourself as some type of scholastic, authority. And ain't none of you Negroes hold no type of water around here, man. Nah. Not when we got you on tape saying your gods are made out of plastic. No. Not when we got you on tape talking with the twisting your mouth, claiming that the biosphere thinks humans into existence. No. You don't get no pass over here. Ain't NAM, one of you Negroes authoritative, scholastic, or on no type of level. No type of level. Y'all been speedballing knowledge past the community. That's what y'all been doing. Speedballing. Now, if y'all think it's a game, watch this. He actually had the nerve of the Negro. He had the nerve to say this. I can't make it up, man. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to be thanking Creator that, that his brothers and sisters.
The stuff of the 9 gods, the substance or matter out of.
This is doing the debate we had with these Negroes. Now, mind you, Satnetta just re-aired this debate and asked everybody in his audience who he thought won, and 80% of these Negroes voted for these niggas. Oh my God! Listen there. I didn't say it. Asar Mkar, who y'all claim is the most deepest commission that ever walked this soil. This Negro is about to tell y'all that his deities are made out of plastic. Don't take my word for it. I got you.
The stuff of the 9 gods, the substance or matter out of which the 9 gods were made. The word pa'ut means doughy, like a cake, which it is. When it's in its beginning states of the universe, it's extremely hot. Bread with formed parts of the offerings made to the dead. But similarly, pa'ut is the name given to the plastic substance out of which the earth and the gods were formed. And later,
hold on. What? What? Did y'all hear that? Pa'ut refers to the plastic substance out of which the earth and the gods were formed. And you got the unmitigated gall to twist your mouth and claim we lost to these niggas? The boy that told you that the deities are plastic and the earth is plastic, made out of plastic. Man, like, I can't even take this serious, bro. Y'all gotta leave me alone with all this. Just leave me alone, please. Please, just leave me alone. You dig? They've been speedballing crack pipe logic past your plate. And you just been lapping it up. You just been seal clapping. You've been in so much reverence when you come into the presence of these Negroes. You all in reverence. Ooh, that's Jabario Socks. Ooh, that's a saw and cop, brother. Let me go take a picture with this brother. This Millie Mouth misfortunate has told y'all that the gods are made out of plastic. If I didn't make that up, please drop a 3,000 in the chat. Let me rewind a little bit for y'all. No, we got receipts. That's why you see the title. The conscious community, God, the gods of the conscious community have fallen. Fallen.
Earth and the gods were formed. And later,
no, we're not gonna let you get
plastic substance out of which the earth.
You sure right? The saw.
Extremely hot. Bread.
It's the same Negro who attempted to speedball George Lemitri's Big Bang past everybody in the debate. We came right back out and just checked that. Shut it down. Got right back to cooking. This dude, everybody who fancies himself as a scholar, got a certificate from the damn university over in Japan somewhere.
With formed parts of the offerings made to the dead. But similarly, pa'ut is the name given to the plastic substance out of which the earth and the gods were formed. And
Pa'ut is the name given to the plastic substance out of which the earth and the gods were formed. We got to see the gang. We keep receipts. You're not going to be able to get that off. You see that? This is the same Negro told you the sun comes up at night. This is the same Negro told you it is behind the land of Punt that his God exists. Now he tell you that the God is plastic. And you got the unmitigated gall to even think we took an L to any of these cats, man. Nah, impossible. Impossible. And trip off this. Since you don't want to hear the gang, this is the best you got out of it. It's the best you got out of it. You dig? This or some baby killing brews. The best you got out of it. The best. Hold on. You think it's a gay? Hold on. Y'all heard it yourself.
I knew I wasn't tripping.
At 38 and minute marker, 38 minutes and 20 seconds. This video right here. Asar admits, we got to clip you up, Asar. I'll make you famous. Asar Mkai admits that his gods
are made of
plastic.
Dang.
This is not slander. Oh, it's a cold game, boy. It's a cold game. Boy, we got you clipped or saw, and you probably watching, hadn't. Why you ain't never came on and addressed this crack pipe logic that spews out of your mouth? I mean, you all over the place. Your gods are plastic. The earth is plastic. The sun comes up at night. Your gods exist in Punt land. Your Japanese teacher, when you got your certificate from, told you the Big Bang is like throwing a ball up in the air. You all over the place. The nerve of you to fancy yourself as some type of scholar. How? How? We got you on tape. You better not ever twist your negroidal mouth. Nah, we got you clipped up. Easy money. And I knew I had the clips. I said, man, I got that somewhere. Remember, I clipped him. Who else we got over here? Okay. We seen the one with Jabari agrees with Cal. Cosmon Cal reveals the true temperature of outer space. That's 15 seconds. Outer space is freezing. I think right here is the 51-second one. This one is longer. Right here. Watch this. This is when Cal made Nepal look like a mental midget. Made her look like a mental midget. Nepal built up. Shout out to my brother Cosmon Cal. Cosmon Kruger in the building. Y'all go like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all support the big homies, man. Brothers is out here handling business. Light bombing. God tripping. Well, y'all set tripping and gang banging. We God tripping. We God tripping. Hey, Cal, what you say? See? You see what I'm saying? The southeast corner behind Punt is the Red Sea, genius. There ain't even no land over there. You can't see. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all go like, subscribe, share. All right, now watch this. I can't even take these things. I say, boy. I say, yeah, man, truly light years ahead, because this is ridiculous. And you can see you can just see the labor of the false gods, man. Just hearing the things that spew and drop out of these people's mouths, man, is mind blowing to me. Say nonetheless. But watch this. Cal was about to make Nepal Shadar look like a mental midget. Watch this. Nepal built her whole round off what? Her whole round was based off slavery in the beginning, and the fact that OYB says that the earth doesn't receive its heat from the sun. Oh-wee. Remember that.
Debunk her whole talking point.
All
her
right,
whole
time
talking
stop.
point was that the sun gives heat to the earth. If that is objective proof, then why is the space between the face of the sun and the face of the earth freezing cold?
Woo.
Objective proof. She don't know what she talking about.
Woo. Shots fired, boy. Shot. Nepal built her whole round off what? Her whole round was based off slavery in the beginning, and the fact that OYB says Cal crushed her on that one, because they was in the chat seal clapping, laughing like, oh, that book must be trash. What it mean that the earth don't receive its heat from the sun? And then we get into the space between the face of the sun and the face of the earth is negative 446 degrees Fahrenheit. It's freezing cold in outer space between the sun and the earth. So where the earth getting its heat from? Now that killed her whole run. And then her presentation wasn't working and none of that. Like, and on top of that, that ain't even on topic. The name of the debate was the science of cosmogony, creation, and time. And that you niggas was supposed to be going into all the Kemetic literature, your spell texts, your hymn texts, your cannibal texts, go wherever the hell you need to go to read about cosmogony, creation, and time from an ancient Kemetic perspective. You niggas ain't do that. And she attempted to handle a wasp and got a hand chopped off. Can't even look. There was no rebuttal for that. Jabari attempted to, and guess what? What he read agreed with Kyle. Oh man! And then look, when we was talking about yesterday, dealing with Sela, the mountaintop of Kilimanjaro got snow and ice on it. Down on land, it's 150 degrees. At the top of the mountain, it's freezing cold. Why is it getting colder going toward the sun? If anything, the top of the mountain, since the top of the mountain is closer to the sun than the flat land, shouldn't the mountaintop be hotter than the flat land? I thought heat rises, right? Something to make you go, You got to tap in. You really want to know how the earth receives her heat? You got to tap in with the game. Yeah, it's just time to get in class. That's it. Tap in with the game. We teach all the time. That the earth doesn't receive its heat from the sun. Oh wait. Remember that.
Debunk her whole talking point.
All right,
her whole
time
talking
stop.
point was that the sun gives heat to the earth. If that is objective proof, then why is the space between the face of the sun and the face of the earth freezing cold?
Woo.
Objective proof. She don't know what she's talking about.
Woo. Boy, can't explain it. You got to get in the vortex here in order to understand it. You got to get in the vortex here to understand that. Right? Look at this right here.
The heat is caused by the molecules moving. Speeding up. Nothing is being brought out. It's heat.
Hey, look how she. Oh my God! Look how she moving her fingers trying to explain this. You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you an authority on any of this? Are you reading out of Kemet about any of this? No, you just bumping your chops. That's all you're doing. You just bumping your chops. You didn't go into Kemet one time to try to prove what you was supposed to be talking about. This was an embarrassment. We booked you niggas. This was an embarrassment for Kemet. This looked bad. This looked bad. This looked bad. They didn't. And then Jabari even said he didn't even come to stay on topic. So the debate won just off that alone. He said, this is the topic of the debate, but we're going to vet your book. That's not how a debate works, buddy. What makes you think you can just show up to a debate and just switch the topic and change rules? The debate ain't about vetting of a waspy. The debate is it's a science debate. And since Kemet is the one who's supposed to father all this science in the earth, it's a science debate. It's the science of cosmology, creation, and time. You niggas even know what cosmology is. The branch of science that deals with the origin of our solar system, in particular, our universe, in particular, our solar system. That should have been easy for y'all to go into Kemet real quick and look at some glyphs and look at some text and get the firing. Did you do that? You didn't. You didn't. You did. This looked bad for you niggas, man. And look, none of y'all have recovered since. None of y'all have recovered. And if you pop outside, it's for a remedial topic. Like God requires blood. Like that. Okay. You just proving our point. All you're doing is proving our point when you get talking about the deity is bloody. And you just proving our point. That's it. But you wouldn't even been outside talking like that had we not handed y'all this. We booked you niggas that night. Yeah, y'all got booked. Straight up. This looked bad. Now look at her. She's the female Oswald Bates. Listen to this.
The heat is caused by the molecules moving.
Molecules moving.
Speeding up. Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah. That's why he's wrong. He thought, oh.
What the hell is she talking about? Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah. But that's why he's wrong. What the hell is she talking about? Here you go, champion Nepal. Man, look, bro, this is short bus status. Watermelon juice, fire. This is short bus status right here. You'll never hear us being caught outside saying nothing repugnant like this. What is the heat is caused from the molecules speeding up. Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah, but that's why he's wrong. No, genius, that's why he's right. Yeah. Your elevator may not go all the way up to the top floor. There's something going on up top. You know what I mean? I've never witnessed so much speedballing of knowledge, so much winging of answers from so-called people who's supposed to be scholars and authorities in the conscious community. We done caught you niggas lying purposely. We done caught you niggas rigging debates purposely. Huh? All y'all done turned into like a Gregory Hines spirit. You're tap dancing. You don't want to deal with the elephant in the room. And then when we ain't around, you use our talking points. What is we even talking about here? Hey, look how Cal looking at her. Cal looking at her like, man, if you hurry up and get this bullshit up off this screen. This is red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack. Give a dog a bone, man. Come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do better than this, man.
Man, you got to be kidding me, bro.
Well, 1 hour, 31-minute marker, and the 26 second. In 26 seconds, we're gonna make you famous off that one, woman.
That's crazy.
We're gonna make you famous off that one.
That's crazy, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy to be. Hey, man.
One more time. We got to run it back one more time.
Oh no, man. We gotta do that one more time, bro. Oh man, you gotta leave me alone, please. I can't take. That's why I can't take none of them serious. I just can't. I can't. It's getting bad. It's all over but the shouting. I think everybody knows. It's just Apostle done slapped his wife. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell is he talking like? All after debating the game. He probably woke up out of his sleep. Create a game.
Enough. Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah.
Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? You contradicting yourself. Right.
That's why he's wrong. He thought.
This is supposed to be a debate.
Yeah, it's hard to just let this shit play when you got this going on, bro.
Oh my god. Man,
this is hilarious.
Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah. That's why he's wrong.
Yo, they just be saying anything. Good. I hope she had that
written. Man, and that's why y'all be saying that they just been speedballing knowledge past us. You know what I mean? That's all they've been doing. They just been talking this real fancy and smooth soliloquies. You know, it sounds good. Jabari don't use no type of harsh words, so you think he's just a righteous man of God. Look, they've been speedballing. They've been throwing fastballs, speedballing. misinformation and feeding it to you, and you've been lapping it up like a lap dog this entire time. And these niggas are fancied. It's just elders and scholars and so deep. And I speak 30, 40 years. Boy, you was on the short bus tax. One of our little homies will smoke you in this. How the hell you read Owaski 30 years ago and you vouching, you stamping tomfoolery like this? How? How? Your gods are falling. Your gods are falling. The very inspiration that's behind any of y'all, you dig? Got you all scrambling. Whether you the Orthodox brew, you know what I mean? Whether you into the commission and all that. You see, saying idiotic phrases like what you just heard is ridiculous. But you'll never hear us even talking like that. Bina Biff Yahoo Yahuda Yasher L, my sister. What's the deal, Bina? Dang. Bina Biff Yahoo Yahuda Yasher L. What's going on, sis? Hey, the sis with the longest name in Israel. Bina Biff Yahoo Yahuda Yasher L. Man, nobody made me mad. I'm good. I'm feeling marvelous. You did. We over here just examining these mental misfits who have the unmitigated gall and fancy themselves as some type of scholar. Hold on. Hey man, I just can't take these cats serious. It's impossible. You can't take nobody serious like that.
Enough. Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah.
Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? You contradicting yourself.
Talk.
Right.
That's why he's wrong. He thought.
Yeah, it's hard to just let this shit play when you got this going on, bro.
Oh my God.
Man, this is hilarious.
Nothing is being brought out. Is heat being brought out? Yeah. That's why he's wrong.
Yo, they just be saying anything. Good. I hope she had that written down. Man, that's wild.
Oh my God, bro. See, I told you, Nick Rose.
Enough.
Yeah, that's crack pipe logic right there, man. That's crack pipe logic at its finest. What else I got on there, man? Look, we got y'all clipped up. We got the receipts. We seen the sword talking about the sun come up at night. We seen that madness. We see where his gods, he said, are made of plastic. Let me go show you your boy Apostle. Apostle, after they debated us, they called themselves teaming up on us. It was just 4 of us. We look up. It's 10 over there with them. Man, we booked these niggas too. Booked them. Like I'm talking about it. Look, it was so bad. Your boy Elder Tiny Gun got mad. Went to the car and cried. Hey man,
I slapped my wife.
Hold on, let me show you boy. But this is after. Look, y'all. This is 2 weeks. This video is 2 weeks after we bombed these niggas. After we bombed them. You know what I mean? Man, they call themselves trying to invade and, talk crazy and team up on us. Oh, that debate we had against the Lions then was, that was the first one. That one right there buried niggas. They still ain't recovered from that. Nobody. JJ switched his whole he switched lanes. Judah Nass just was talking about how don't nobody love his ass no more. And how he got a back plague he dealing with. Who else was over there? Apostle ain't got no motion, but right here he claimed he slapped his wife after having nightmares about the Creator game. Woods in Pain, you don't hear from him. Nepal was secretly on their side. You ain't seen Boo Boo at all. Yara, you ain't seen that nigga Bruce shirt Yara had on. He went and he frisbeed. That nigga frisbeed that shirt out that car window, rolled his windows up and started crying. And Apostle ended up slapping the wig off his woman's head. Am I lying? Look at this. Look at this. This is 2 weeks after. JJ had even changed his name to Mandinka O'Malley. I said, look at him. Want to be a Mally, huh? Niggas think they slick. Watch this.
I slapped my wife in the face. Not only am I having these crazy dreams, but my body is acting it out.
Take the garbage out.
I'm acting it out in my body. I hit my wife with an open hand at full force, laying next to me. And she had a big red.
He said, I slapped my wife with an open hand, full force, while she was sleeping next to me. She had a red mark on her face. These niggas having dreams about getting their nigga the deity done failed these niggas. These niggas waking up, whooping the wig, slapping the wig off their woman head. Bro, look, it done been crazy since we invaded the conscious community, man. Look at it.
A raised bruise on her face. I had to get away from YouTube for a couple of weeks, y'all. Because I knew that's where it was coming from. Agitated because of these Negroes on this show.
Agitated because of these Negroes on this show. Well, the last ass whooping you ran across before you slapped the wig off your woman's head was the CGG. The game. Oh, man. Yeah. So we got receipts too, man. It ain't no thing, y'all. You feel me? I'm about to grab some more of this watermelon juice real quick. You feel me? Y'all dropping 9,000 in the chat. Y'all get some understanding so far. We about to jump into about to get some understanding. We about to go over, the difference between the creator and dealing with, all the deities and the gods of the conscious community. They got niggas saying they would kill their children. They got niggas saying they gods are plastic. They even got the elder apostle, slapping the wig off his woman's head. What is inspiring you niggas? What's inspiring you niggas? You know what I mean? What's the inspiration behind all of it? Crazy, man. But we the ones that done lost the light, though. Easy money. Y'all go ahead and stretch your legs a little bit. Let me grab some of this watermelon juice. And I'm right back for the side order. Let's cook. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Right back at it. Back for the side order. I want to show this real quick too. It's like a 30-second clip. Like a 30-second clip real quick. Now this is another so-called you know, what do you call this guy? And a so-called Orthodox Israelite, Judah naturalist, he lives over in Japan. Now look what he said, that the God he worships, what he did to him. Watch this.
I done some wicked shit.
Yes, we know.
That's Satan. How do I know? Because I was there. I had depression, which is nothing but goddamn demons on me for years. I was thinking about killing myself, walking up unaliving people, gay shit.
What's it?
Aliving people, gay shit.
What? The Most High had you thinking gay shit?
Walking up unaliving people, gay shit.
Damn.
I done some wicked shit.
Yes, we know.
That's Satan. How do I know? Because
I've done some wicked shit. Yes, we know. That's Satan. What the hell? He say, I know because I was there. I was thinking about unaliving people, gay shit. Nigga, what? Why would I ever claim to follow the same God as you? Are you thinking about another nigga calf muscles? Another nigga's rectum. I'll tell y'all, we got the receipts, man. Like, these niggas can never say nothing about none of it. None of it. And now you got to ask what inspiration is on them to make them talk like that. You see? Now you got to ask yourself what that is. What's that about? Like all of them talking the same way. And that's because the character of the creator is not understood. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you look, it's time to come on home. To be honest with you, it's just time to come on home. The labor of the deities is evident. Look how niggas just talking. Look how they acting. You still don't want to call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? You still don't want to call it things for what they are. You want to call them for what you want them to be. You dig? Let's get into this right here. We're gonna do a little reading today too. Even though this stuff be funny, look, we here to spiritually get our nutrition. Feel me? Get some understanding. Because we don't speedball information past nobody. That ain't what we do. You know what I mean? We ain't speedballing no info. We ain't plagiarizing. No, we ain't doing none of that. None of that. Book of Discipline, chapter 1. Oh, I speak. God reveals who he is. See? Let's get into who God is. You know what I'm saying? It's like basic definitions and concepts. Like the conscious community ain't even gave to you. I ain't gave to you. So now you out here on a journey, but you don't know where you going, when you gonna get there, how you gonna get there, what resources you need. You don't be knowing nothing about none of this. You don't know nothing about none of this. It's just the machine is running on automatic now from centuries of indoctrination, millenniums of indoctrination. It's just running on automatic now. That's it. You ain't got to work hard for you to be a slave. You already doing it. You dig? And the things that we speak, you ain't got the nuts to whisper. You ain't got the nuts to dream about it. You feel me? But nah, man, you look, it's time to separate what's real from what ain't. Stop playing around with this thing. You got these niggas telling you all type of stuff from the Israelite side all the way over to the Commission side. I'm talking about weirdo activity. You see that? We got to get past that, man. It's time to handle our business. Let me get this right here real quick, and I got y'all. All right, it's time to really be real about what we're talking about here. The hell we talking about? We all gotta die and go see who our maker, or meet our maker and all that, or meet God. It's supposed to be the nigga you supposed to go see after you die, and don't nobody know nothing about it. And everything you know is based off the emotions of some type of man. See, it's time to get some understanding. Look at this right here. And if this understanding was coming out the phone book, what do you care? What do it matter as long as the information get passed to you? Do it matter if this was in the phone book or a newspaper somewhere? Book of Discipline. God reveals who he is, chapter 1. This is the word from the organic heaven. Organic meaning organized. It's not haphazard. It ain't, you know what I mean, a system in order that wasn't deeply thought about and contemplated on and put together after so many thousands and hundreds of thousands of years of experience. It's organized. You know what I mean? Like a military is organized, it's disciplined, it's structured. The military get that type of inspiration from the organic heaven. Look at this. Hear the words of your God, oh man. I am your brother. Stop. So we all been praying to God. God tell you here that I'm your brother. Not the father, not your all parent, not your mother, your brother. So rise up, God. So you're say, you know, peace to the gods and peace to the goddesses and all that. We talking about you, because that in one day that's what you become, if you so choose. Hear the words of your God, oh man. I am your brother, risen from mortality, meaning he was alive. He died and resurrected, risen from mortality to a holy place in heaven. Prophet in my wisdom, and be admonished by my love. Verse 3, for as I am your elder brother, your big brother, so shall it be with you. To rise also, resurrection, to rise also in time to come, and look back to mortals, and call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty. That's what God's job is. God's job is to raise you up to the exalted heavens of the Almighty. But God ain't the creator. God is the ancestor. He's the older brother of yours. Not to be prayed to. We've been praying to God the whole time. Red flag. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. God's job is to call mortals, us, mankind, to the exalted heavens of the Almighty. The Almighty is the creator. God is a creation. You over here talking about the God of this and the God of that, and it's the gods. Think World War III, Russia just hit Ukraine, and the U.S. just bombed Iran, and the God, and all you hear is God rolling off your tongue. Ain't none of y'all talking about creator though. None of y'all talking about creator. How do we know that? How do we know that, Malaki? We know based off the message. You said, hell yeah, you would kill your children if too much atmospheric pressure skipped across your earlobes. And you got what you called inspired. Look, call. You said, hell yeah, you kill your children. We already know that inspiration ain't even other creator. What you mean? Creator never command you to kill anything he made alive. Thou shalt not kill, right? Thou shalt not kill, right? Creator never tell you niggas get out there and go put nothing down. Hey, go put some work, nigga. Yeah, you a little homie. Go put some work in on your enemies. Earn your stripes. Nah, that ain't how this works. Huh? God's job is to call you to the exalted heavens of the Almighty, and when you get there, you're going to be doing the same thing to the mortals that still living. Righteous inspiration. Love, life, and liberty to all without the sacrifice, murder of any. What you mean? What you mean? We all know this has nothing to do. We all know when you get to talking about bloodshed and war and carnage, and how the demonic state of Israel is killing all the Palestinians. Just killed over 600 of them who just was looking for some damn food. There ain't no way in the world is the creator condoning any of this madness. These are the deities, the deity danger, the false gods and their mortal emissaries doing their bid. Because guess what? A so-called God who has a heavenly kingdom needs an anchor on this earth somewhere with devotees, which will eventually be slaves who will further augment or build up his kingdom once they cross over. That's how this thing works. But a true God that never come in the name of no war. Never come in the name of no war and say, thus say to go kill in the name of the, none of that. None of that. You see? Now watch this. He say, for as I am your older brother, so shall it be with you, to rise also in time to come. So God saying where I'm at, you gonna be at. God saying what I am, you are. So that's why we salute the sisters and call them goddesses. Because one day they'll be that. That's why we salute the brothers and call them God. Because one day you're gonna be that. But it's a very heavy responsibility. You're responsible for all the souls in the earth and the heavens surrounding the earth or the atmosphere. That's billions at a time. Woo! That's billions at a time on your watch. You got to be sitting for a good 400 years too. Yeah, so that's a major, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, it can be done though. The Creator wouldn't cause you to go handle that business if you couldn't do it. Right? But God's job, all right, if you understand that God's job is not to receive your prayers, it's not for you to get your kneecaps dusty bowing to him, it's not for you to pray to him, it's not for you to sacrifice to him. God's job is to call you, us, to the exalted heavens of the Almighty. If you understand that, drop a 9,000 in the chat, man. We cooking. Drinking our watermelon juice. We cooking. CGG still cooking. Shout out to my sister Tabitha in the building. Love, light, and cosmology. Nothing but love and light. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know your little brother turning up. I be ready to get it in with these deities and all that deity talk. Yeah. I get the feeling a certain way. What's all that about? All right, so we understand what God's job is. So you learned something today. Anybody ask you to, okay, God, well, what is God's job? You know the simple answer: to call mortals, to look back to mortals and call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty. They're gonna look at you like, whoa, where did you get that from? Because if anybody answers like that, they own what we are. Any other answer, you already know. But what is God's job, Malaki? To look back to mortals and call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty. So shall it be with you. I have said your gods. Makes sense now. Yeah, you ain't the maker of suns, moons, and stars. You ain't the creator, the God maker, the maker of God. So rise up, God. Rise up, God. Look at this, verse 4. Now, this is the God speaking. Look what he say. Look what he say. He say, to Jehovah all adoration and glory forever. Amen. God, after God told you what his job is, to look back to mortals, to call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty, he turned around and gave praise to the Creator. He called him Jehovah or Jehovah. He said to Jehovah, all adoration and glory forever. Amen. So now we got God praising Creator. You don't got where you got that in any other text. But God is, you know what I mean? Well, God is giving praise to the Creator. Because God ain't immortal. God is something you become once you cross over. You ain't talk about no man walking the earth. You got to show us where God in his spiritual form, in his heavenly estate, is giving praise to the Creator. See that? And if you can't find that nowhere else, well, that would mean that Owaski is a primary source when it comes down to God and God praising the Creator. Ooh-wee. Verse 5. Look what it says. Look what it says. All life, motion, power, and things seen and unseen, or by through him. This is what God's saying about the Creator. Look at this. Look at this. Neither is there an angel in heaven so high, nor sufficiently wise to comprehend the Creator in his entirety, nor to see him as you see your fellow man. You can't see the Creator like you're looking at me. You say it ain't an angel in heaven high or wise enough to comprehend the Creator in his entirety, nor to see him as you see your fellow man. So get all that out your mind. A man sitting somewhere looking like this with so much melanin on his skin and so much wool in his hair. Look, if whoever you talking about has been seen and has been prayed to, bow to, then that means he false. That ain't Creator. Creator's never been seen like you see a man, woman, angel, animal, ever. Neither is there an angel in heaven so high, nor sufficiently wise to comprehend the Creator in his entirety, nor to see him as you see your fellow man. Verse 7, for he is within all, within all, beyond and over all, being ever present in all places. Ooh-wee. 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 The reason you can't see him as you see your fellow man, because the Creator is ever present or omnipresent, all places, fills all place and space at the same time. Man can't do that. Angel can't do that. The reason why you can't see the Creator as you see your fellow man, nor comprehend him in his entirety. Why? Because he is within all, beyond and over all, and ever present in all places. Doing by virtue of his presence, meaning it crack off because his presence is there. You pulling air through your bull nostrils right now because his presence is with you. It's everywhere. Doing by virtue of his presence, quickening all the living, adorable above all things. As the sun is to the light of day, so is the Creator to the understanding of all the living. What is we saying? You ain't heard nothing evil yet. We here clearing up the matter. We're putting a distinction. We're not putting no jacket on our makeup. Man, he's jealous and bloodthirsty. And, you know what I mean? He requires the blood. That's what your girl, Open Demon, was saying that in her debate. And she was excited about it. She requires the blood. Damn, little mama, you like the fact that the deity is bloodthirsty? What's up with that? Punching your palms and see, you don't know Bible. You're so condescending and, you know, like, little girl, sit down somewhere. You don't know what the hell you over here talking about. You just talking. That's all that's happening. You just talking. Upon which to contemplate is the road of everlasting life, rising in wisdom. The road of everlasting life is about rising in wisdom, love, and power forever. It ain't about getting stuck. Hear your God, oh man, and distinguish. Now remember, God told you he's your big brother, right? Hear your God, oh man. Then God turned around and get praise to the Creator, right? Hear your God, oh man. And distinguish then. Distinguish means make a difference. And distinguish then that the two, God and Creator, are not the same one. Easy. Nor is your God more than what you shall be in time to come. Good night, boy. Bag drop. Bag drop. Your God is nothing more than what you shall be. So if you a sister, you hear me say, rise up, goddess. Peace, goddess. If you a bride, what up, God? We're here to inspire you to rise up, because that's what we're gonna be at one day. That's gonna be our reality one day. You understand? God is just a different degree of man. That's it. Man, angel, God. Water, ice, vapor. It's really the same thing. It's just different degrees of density, different degrees of existence. But it's really the same thing. God is a man, a one-time mortal, and man will become a god. It's the same thing. No difference between a caterpillar and a butterfly. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just your potential is so much greater, you know what I mean, than what it is or what it will be when you're a caterpillar. You don't know one day that you're going to fly. You're going to stop crawling and you're actually going to fly. You see that? See? So, hear your God, O man, and distinguish then that the two, God and Jehovah, God and Creator, are not the same one. Nor is your God more than what you shall be in time to come. Yeah, meditate on that a little bit. Meditate on that a little taste. You shouldn't be spilling your coffee or foaming at the mouth right now for what? It is written in your law. That's what Yahshua said in the book of John, the 10th chapter. It is written in your law. I said ye are gods. If he called them God to whom the word of God came, then the scripture can't be broke. I said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but you're going to die like a man. See, there's a difference between the Creator. The Creator is ever present, unseen, not in the form and figure of a man. A God is in the form and figure of a man because God is a one-time mortal. God is a one-time mortal who rose to that. You see? It's easy money when you get down to it. You just got to get out the way. You just got to get out the way and stop being afraid to progress. There is him downstairs. Him downstairs. Who is that? Who was that right there? El, good night. The Father of gods. And you can look and you can lay your retinas on him like he's in the form and figure of a man. He got a crown on his head. Look a little slant-eyed, little taste. He's in the form and figure of a man sitting on a throne. Got the same headpiece that Osiris have on. El, the Father of gods. Not your boy El. Not the green god Osiris in the form and figure of a man sitting on a throne. Same headpiece as your boy El. El and Osiris is basically the same deity, man. They're basically the same exact deity. One is in Canaan, one is in Kemet. We all know Canaan and Kemet was, heavily connected. But look at him. He's green. He's green. We asked them, Negro, ask your boy, then why is your God green? No answer. No answer. I think the nigga said something about the lack of oxygen or something. No, he has gangrene. And he got a bodysuit on. And this is the God. This is where it ends for you Cometians. You go see this green nigga right here, you know what I mean, and live with him forever, roll around with him forever in his fields of reeds. This is the end game for the Cometians, right? This is it. You're going through the judgment hall of Ma'at right here. If your heart is lighter than a feather, then the initiate gets to get ushered in before Osiris, a man sitting on a throne with spandex on, that got gangrene with the Atef crown, and you go roll around with him in his plush meadows of reeds for all of eternity. That's the end game. That's your reward for following the 42 laws of Ma'at. You get to go be with Osiris or Asar. They know we ain't lying. Now, if your heart is heavier than this and is not lighter than a feather, you get ate up by this crocodile head looking jackal right here. You got Tahuti over here, Thoth, Anubis, all these gods up in here. And if you're looking at him, he looking back. Nigga, what's the with that? You recording this, Tahuti? Because hey, if his heart ain't lighter than a feather, you dig? And this is the equivalent of hell. You get fed to this jackal right here. But nonetheless, the deity or the God is in the form and figure of a man sitting on the throne. He can be seen, he's been bowed to, he's been worshipped, and he's not ever present. His ass is present in that chair, but he's not ever present. See that? There's a difference between God and the creator. And these are false gods I'm showing you. These are gods who decided to leave the creator's program and do their own thing. This is El, same crown, sitting just like your boy Asar, right? And you know, was worshipped in Israel. Eventually, El's cult became central to the ethnogenesis of Iron Age Israelites, but so far scholars are unable to determine how much of the population were El worshippers. It's more likely that different locales had different views of El. El worshipped in the land of Canaan by the Israelites and their forefathers. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High El. Age 14. And he blessed him and said, "Blessed be Abram of the Most High El, possessor of heaven and earth." El Elyon. And he blessed and said, "Blessed be the Most High El, which have delivered thine enemies into thy hand," and gave him a tithe of all El. God, great idol. They was erecting altars to El and all type of that, and all type of stuff. El is an actual God that was worshipped in the land of Canaan. And there he is right there. His ass is present in that chair, but he's not ever present. You can look on him. Remember, you can't see creator as you see a man, woman, angel, or animal. Creator can't be looked on like that. There go Yahweh. This right here, a coin. Well, Yahweh right there. The God on the winged wheel coin, minted in Gaza City, southern Philistia during the Persian period of the 4th century BCE. It possibly represents Yahweh enthroned on a winged wheel. It has been described by Stephen Herbert Langdon as the only known representation of Yahweh. Look at that. In the form and figure of a man. Sitting on the throne. A wheelchair. And if you know the script, that's the Yod, Hey, and that's the Y. Yahoo. Yahoo. Yeah. Yeah. There are images for El. There are images for Yahweh. That's historical. Look what it said right here. What's that right here? What's that right here? Bang. These some documents that the gang got. Now we always ready to debate whatever, present whatever y'all talking about. Yahweh was an ancient Levantine deity worshipped in Israel and Judah as the primary deity. Y'all heard that? So you can't say that ain't who you talking about in your Bible. When you lick your fingers and read the Lord and you say Yahuwah or Yahweh or Yahweh, this is who you talking about. It's him. Or even if you say you're into Yahweh, you say El. Well, here go El right here. And the verses that El will worship in. They're all in the form and figures of men. That's the point. You can lay your eyes on them. Waspy tell you, hey man, make a distinction. Make a distinction. Go back. Book of Discipline. Book of Discipline. Let's go back. Now that we see that, let's go back and cook a little taste. It's easy. It's easy money. It's easy money, boy. Imagine the size of his hemorrhoids sitting for eternity. Like, man, tell me about it, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. But now we see that. And I see why, you know what I mean, this Owaspy is the most feared book in these so-called streets. It is because it exposes the deities everywhere. And it puts back the focus on Creator where it should be and where it should have been the whole time. You know what I mean? Humanity is enslaved, spiritually enslaved by the deities. It really don't matter what spiritual system you point at. I guarantee I find the deity behind it that's being worshipped, even if that deity is yourself. Self-worship is idolatry. Watch me tell you, those who do not are all person of the Creator eventually establish self-idolatry to themselves. Because eventually, whoever you talking to gonna ask you, well, who's the authority and name and all that you coming in, and who are we supposed to be praying to? And you dig? And if you ain't got nothing to give them, then guess what? By default, you're giving them yourself. You see that? That's how that works, man. Let's jump back up here to this verse 6. Look what it say. See, we can slow roll it. Ain't no thing with us. Look, we do this. Shout out to the CGG, man. Shout out to the 4 horsemen. Y'all over here clowning the deities. They roast their ass. Look, it ain't my problem. You should have thought about that before you brought your ass off that porch. I'm starting enslaving our brothers and sisters. 1 and 6. Neither is there an angel in heaven so high nor sufficiently wise to comprehend the Creator in his entirety, nor to see him as you see your fellow man. We just showed you some gods, in the form and figure of men, didn't we? 14. Look what it say. It say, hear your God, O man, and distinguish then that the two, God and Creator, are not the same one. So all those images I showed you, whether it was Osiris or El or Yahweh or Ashtaroth or whatever, none of those are the Creator. Because you can't look on the Creator like you look on a man, woman, angel, animal. It's easy. It's ever present. You can't see him everywhere. Closest thing you got to represent that is breathe in. The air you breathe in. The air you breathing in Ohio is the air somebody breathing in Cape Verde right now. Down in the Amazon rainforest, down in the Congo, up in Russia. It's the same earth. It's everywhere, but it's unseen. It's not in the form and figure of a man. So on earth, you have an example of whatever presence is. Or you're breathing it. That's okay. So Creator ain't in the form and figure. I mean, he's everywhere. He's within all. He's above all. You dig? It's almost like we're inside of him. And the WASP does call us independent atoms of his being. That's in the Book of Life. We're independent atoms of his being. It's almost like we're inside of him, or inside of Creator. Look at this word. Nor is your God more than what you shall be in time to come. First mortality, then death, which is the first resurrection. First mortality, you live, then you die, which is the first resurrection. Such are the spirits of the dead, angels dwelling with mortals upon the earth. Yeah. You see everybody acting out and doing certain behaviors, y'all. That's because everything is propelled by what you can't see. Everybody's inspired by something. All you gotta do is look at action and listen for conversation. You know exactly what the inspiration is. It ain't hard. You know what I mean? People make it hard. This whole spirituality, spirit walk. All you gotta do is look at some behavior and listen for the message, and you know exactly, you know what I mean, if that's for you or if it ain't for you. Angels dwelling with mortals upon the earth where they abide, some for a few years, some for 100, and some for 1,000 or more years. That's the reality. This place become a prison for you. You know what I mean? If you ain't on the Creator's side, if you don't hear following the deed, this entire plane of existence becomes a prison, and your outdate is on you. It's all on you. Your rise, your fall is on you. You got to ask yourself, do you really want to be dwelling with mortals a whole 1,000 years after you die, still on earth as a wandering spirit? You ain't raised up out of here. You ain't off in other worlds and witnessing more of the Creator's creation. You stuck on earth for 1,000 years as a wandering spirit. Oh, nah, bro, I'm out of it. I ain't trying to be, I'm cool. Second, angel organization in heaven. Their abandonment of mortals, which is the second resurrection. So once you start entering into those higher resurrections, beginning with that second resurrection is all organized. That's why it's called organic. You know what I mean? And it's the abandonment of mortals, meaning mortal desires, flesh, mortal affiliations. You dig? So it don't matter whether you some type of fraternity brother, sorority sister, some type of gang member. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, they're all mortal affiliations and all mortal desires must be abandoned by the time you reach the second resurrection. So just think about any vices that you like right now. Anything that the flesh enjoys and all that. You did. Just know, in order for you to enter those higher resurrections, like the second resurrection and beyond, you had to master the flesh by then. You dig? And that means, you know, some of us ain't there yet. You know what I mean? Me, I figure I get there when I get there. You dig? But you could be working on that now. There's nothing wrong with discipline, fasting. You know what I mean? Meditate, praying. You know what I mean? You should be actively working on taming your flesh now. You know what I mean? That way it don't be that hard for you, that much of a transition when it's time to like be all the way what it is. You know what I mean? But that's just a reality of what we're talking about. There are carnal vices that all of us still deal with. You know what I mean? Just know that by the time you get to the second resurrection, those desires would have had to been conquered. They can't be conquering you. They had to be conquered and put away. And certain things I like to do, they ain't gonna make it to the second resurrection. I know that. I already be knowing what I gotta put down and stop doing and start disciplining myself, weaning myself off certain things. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. The dig. So no matter what fleshly desire or vice you caught yourself in, just know whatever that is you doing, it's a no-fly zone in the second resurrection. You can't come up in there talking about some dead homies and all that shit, throwing up your gang signs and talking about some let's go hit the strip club, nigga. You know, nigga, go give me some of that Don Julio. Shit, we about to turn up tonight. Type, yeah. You gotta abandon all your earthly affiliations and desires. So start disciplining yourself now. That's it. That's all that means. You right? Look at this, verse 17. A lot of clarity in this old wasp, man. And your rise and fall is on you. It's your own pace, man. All this is your own pace. It ain't even like you in some type of rush. You in some type of competition with any of your brothers and sisters. Your rise and fall is on you. It ain't on me. It's on you. You know what I mean? So you get there when you get there. You know what I mean? Don't beat yourself up, but understand, like, look, we onward and upward. And I'd be damned if I let some small ass vice stop me from witnessing the Creator's glories and all that. No, hell no. Nah, that shit ain't even that important. It's just certain things you like to do. And just understand, to get to that second resurrection, they gotta be abandoned. You can't come over to talk about something. You are Omega Psi Phi. You a Kappa. You a Alpha. You a Zeta. You a Hoover. You a neighborhood Crip. You a Pyru. You can't even come up in there talking about, hey homie, where you from? On the dead homie. No, that don't fly. It's a no fly zone there with that. No, you got to. They live in brotherhoods. You know what I mean? Basically, what a gang is just on the opposite vibration of it. But the angels and all them rocking brotherhoods. You know what I mean? If anything, they're faithless forever. Meaning they got faith in the, you know what I mean, the great spirit, the Creator. Look at this. Look at this information you ain't really getting nowhere else. As a kingdom on earth has a king, and the king is nevertheless immortal. So in like manner is the heavenly place of your God, a kingdom of angels. And the chief over them is God, an angel also. God is an angel. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. God is an angel. God is a one-time man. Good night. No, look, don't argue with me. The Bible says it too. Stephen got stoned for saying that it was an angel that gave Moses the Torah. They stoned the nigga for it. Acts 7, 37 and 38, Acts 7, verse 53 and 54. You receive the law from the dispensation of angels. This was he that was at the bush with Moses in the Mount Sinai, the angel. We go back and read the story. It's Nigga, it was only one nigga that was there. It was God. God is an angel. Come down to 19. Nor is this all, for there is a third resurrection. Wow. What other book talk about a third resurrection? Nor is this all, for there is a third resurrection in which the angels rise still higher in wisdom, love, power, and are sent by your God into ethereal, midway between the planets and stars, the highest of all heavens, over which there are chiefs, who are also gods and goddesses of still more comprehensive attributes. You're like, look, third resurrection and beyond, boy, you up out of the atmosphere, you into the outer space, ethereal, and the countless worlds of the Creator. And there's all types of gods and goddesses and Orion chiefs and boy, look what God tell you. Therefore, I am like any other spirit of the dead, a one-time man upon the earth. Boy, what God say? I am like any other spirit of the dead, a one-time man upon the earth. So not only is God a one-time man, every spirit of the dead is. Whether it's a low vibrating spirit or not, every spirit of the dead is a one-time man upon the earth. Was a one-time mortal, a woman on the earth. Huh? Man, the understanding that be coming from this old watch be scared niggas, man. I understand. Because you've been praying to God in your prayer breath for as long as you've been on this earth. Yeah. Yeah, in your prayer breath, you've been praying to God. Man, that's a cold game, bro. God tell you, therefore, I'm like any other spirit of the dead, a one-time man upon the earth, even as you are in this day, but one within the organized heavens of the earth. Oh, good night, boy. Good night, good night, good night. If y'all get some understanding so far, man, y'all go ahead and drop a 12,000 in the chat, man. You know what I mean? You ain't play no games with nobody, man. CGG is still cooking. Yeah. CGG, we still cooking. Hey. A lot of these Millie Mouth misfortunes be mad at you, bro. We say the thing is you coward Nick Rose scared to whisper. You won't even whisper this. You won't even whisper this for fear of being mocked or put out your so-called assemblies. And meanwhile, ain't nobody even come with no higher light than the gang. Y'all know this. You know this. But why you know what are you? God, I mean, why you overset your we God tripping? That's what we doing. We tripping on God. We tripping on all the false gods. That's what we doing. How about that? Yeah. Okay, I see some 12,000 in the chat. Shout out to my boy Eric Hamilton in the building. I see you. Love and light to you, all right? Word. I hit the like button, man. Don't cost nothing. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Get the gang back in these algorithms. They don't want us in the algorithm. That's all right. We about to study them and jump on up in there. Yeah, what it is y'all just want to have to deal with it. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, here, let me show y'all something else too. I was reading this. I thought it was very, very easy. It's like, dang, that's hard. Yeah, gang still cooking, man. Gang still cooking. I'm rocking these brothers and sisters, for real. The quickest way to get you is leave the fam out of it. You know what I mean? All right, let's go here. They think it's a game. What we think we playing. Niggas think it's a game. What they think we playing. Hey, you better tell these young boys we do's this. Big. Better tell them we do this. 12,000 Imam Mahaya Naturals is in the building. Love and light. Love and light, Imam. How everything go with you the other day? Young Prince is in the building. What's going on, Prince? You already know, man. Gang. The global purpose is in the building. I see y'all tapping in. All right, cool. I'm getting some of this right here. Uh-oh. I'm like, well, we got Yaku's in the building. I seen that the interview you did, sis. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid. Love and light. Let's get into this book of 8. Get into this book of 8 real quick. Book of 8, Son of Jehovah. I'm saying, watch, we got all these different book of so-and-so, daughter of Jehovah. Like, dang, book of so-and-so, son of Jehovah. Man, what is going on up in here? And I'm reading through the table of contents when I first started reading, like, nigga, what? The book of who? Son of, okay, the book of who? Daughter of, dang. Let me get in this. This is crazy. Yeah, man, it's a lot of. I can see why though. I can see why some people will be, like hold on, like hey, standoffish type. Like nah, hold on, can't be man. I don't know. You understand that? I understand, you dig? But one day you'll let that fear go, and just examine it. All y'all claim y'all got the spirit of truth in you. All you claim you got the spirit of truth in you. So all of a sudden now you can't examine something and see if it resonates with you or not. You did? It's just a book with some words in it. And either it makes sense to you or it don't. But don't be the one out here popping like it don't make sense and like you ready to debate something. You ain't even read the book. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all so goofy looking because it's like, why is you trying to debate something you ain't never read? If you truly read it and understood it, you'd be over with us. It ain't nothing to debate. There's nothing to debate. Book of 8, Son of Jehovah, being the heavenly records of 8, son of Ninya, most holy daughter of Creator. Boy, so that means this nigga and him and his mama rose up to the ranks of God and goddess. The mama that pushed him out his womb while he was on this earth or some other physical world. Or some other physical world. The mama that birthed him, they both rose in time and became a god, a goddess and a god. That's hard. That's hard. Being the heavenly records of 8, son of Ninya, most holy daughter of Jehovah, and of his companion Fiatisi, pertaining to the submersion of the continent of Wagad, afterward called Pan, signifying the earth. And this period is commonly called the deluge or the flood water. So we gonna Owaspi gives a different time frame for when the flood happened. All right. I really came here to show you the words of the Creator, but I want to give you the time so you can see it too. All right. It says, in the time of the world, 24,000 years before the Cosmon era. Stop right there. Stop right there. The Cosmon era started in 1848. If you subtract 24,000 off 1848, you're gonna get the year 22,152 BCE, before the Common Era. Yeah. This deal dealing with history 24,000 years ago and before. Now, if you claiming whatever you read deal like that and give an exact time frame like that, pull it. Because I just took you back to a time before the pyramids was built and there was an Egypt, before there was a Sumer. You talking 24,000 years ago. Yeah. We just took you back. So if you know when it started, the Cosmon era started, you subtract the 24,000 off of, you'll get 22,152. So this is when this was going on. All right, this is when this flood happened, the worldwide cataclysmic flood that happened was from the sinking of a continent. Yeah, a whole continent got sunk, causing this cataclysmic flood, you know what I mean, that went down worldwide. It obviously went down. All right, now trip off this. The Great Serpent, when you read the Great Serpent in Owaski, he's talking about our solar system, the motion of it, because it moves coiled. Our solar system is not still. The earth is not still. Everything's in motion. Everything's in motion, but it moves like your sound waves. Like sound waves. It moves like that. You know what I mean? The Great Serpent, or our solar system, being in the Ark of Noah, or no. The Ark of Noah, y'all, it has something to do with cosmology. It's a time period. The Ark of Noah is a time period. It was 24,000 years ago. And the earth ended up running up on the Ark of Noah. Or no, the Ark of Noah ain't a boat that Noah and his sons built. Noah is a time period. It's a time period. We learning today. Now, according to the biblical timeline, the biblical flood happened 2,300 BC. So the biblical flood happened 20,000 years after when this is saying. But if that's the case, then your pyramids and all that should have some type of water erosion or something on them. This thing was worldwide, right? Why the pyramids don't got, evidence of a flood on the pyramids? Did the flood happen after the pyramids were built or before they were built? The timeline is off. Look at this. Being in the Ark of Noah in the Etherian heavens, and of the sum of Hot and Jaya 87, the earth and the heavens were in great darkness. But the spirit of the Creator moved upon his high-raised God, Aph, in Etheria, to consecrate new dominions on the earth and our heavens. Aph said, I, Aph, son of Jehovah, God, in the Ark of Noah in the sum of Hot in Etheria, came to Haddah, heaven of the red star. Haddah is the Lord, is the atmosphere of the earth. The red star is the earth. Knows what this God Aph say. I came in Jehovah's name, in his wisdom, power, and love, manifested in my own resurrection to become companion to gods, goddesses, and Orion chiefs on the thrones of high heaven proclaim. Now, mind you, this is 24,000 years ago. There's a reason for all of it. To the atmospheric spirits of the earth, and to the spirits of the first, second, and third resurrections, abiding on the earth or near it, either with mortals or without, to their gods and lords, and to their Savior, and to all holy ones raised up by Jehovah for the redemption of men and angels. Verse 4, the voice of Jehovah, creator of worlds, came to me in the Ark of Noah, saying, I'll trip off how cold creator is, boy. Now, even though this is a high-raised God, this nigga been doing this thing for hundreds of thousands of years, he still ain't the creator. And you don't pray to no Aph. You see that? Yeah. You be having, a lot of them work together. You did. And, hey, doing that physical life, that may have been his little boat thing. What is we talking about? May have been his little mama in his physical life. They all raised up from his mother to his companion. You know what I mean? Real spill. Look what it say. The voice of Jehovah, creator of worlds, came to me in the Ark of Noah, saying, I am the all highest. My service extends forever. I do not go, but I am far away. I do not come, and yet I am near. My voice is in all places. The light of the soul of man hears me. I speak in the vine that creeps, and in the strong standing oak. Man, creator popping it. Hey, creator popping it. Popping it. He said his service extends forever. What make you think Creator ever stopped working, laboring? My service extends forever. I do not go, but I am far away. I do not come, and yet I am near. My voice is in all places. You can't argue with that. You gonna argue with it and say his voice ain't in all places? The light of the soul of man hears me. I speak in the vine that creeps in the strong standing oak. Hear the voice of your creator, O angels of heaven. Carry the wisdom of my utterance down to mortals. Call them to the glories of the heavens and the broad earth. Behold, my voice is in the rocks and in the wind that blows and in all things that do not have tongues. You can't battle this. You can't battle it. Great telling his angels, hey, go get your little brothers and sisters together. Show them my sons and stars in the firmament above, for they are my written words. My voice proceeds in the space of heaven. The wise angels of my exalted places hear the sound going forth. Listen to my speech, O spirits of the dead. Proclaim me, O gods and goddesses. Whew, boy, that man leave me alone. Look how cold Greg is. Think it's a game. Who is this ought to be? Think it's a game. Watch this. All right, watch this. Look what Greg say. They look for me like they look for things. They look for me like they look for things. Like you done lost your car keys or something, or you got to go to the lost and found. You done left your little smoker's jacket overnight somewhere. They look for me like they look for things. Like you go look for your boo-boo or your knight in shining armor. They look for me like they look for things. You lost your phone. They listen for my voice like they listen for a man's voice. And they do not find me or hear what I have spoken. Yet none can efface, none can cancel my words. My wisdom endures forever. Behold, I do not come as a sound to the earth. My voice goes quickly into the soul from all sides. Bad drop. What is we talking about here? They look for me like they look for things. They listen for my voice like they listen for a man's voice. Like I'm about to come tickling your ear. My voice goes quickly into the soul from all sides. You can't argue with this. If you over there arguing, that's just because you offended. You can't argue with this. No, just leave me alone. You can't argue with it. You gonna bring something higher than that? No? You gonna say, well, yeah, technically it do say that, but no. You can't argue. That's what I'm saying. That's what I love about the Creator, because the words he speak, nobody can argue with him. A false ass God can't argue with him. That's just what it is. Knows what he's saying in the next verse, verse 9. That's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't what the conscious community giving you. They're giving you deities, gods. They're admitting they'll kill for these gods, that these gods are plastic, that they reside in the damn Red Sea somewhere. That the sun comes up at night. They all said they would kill their children, especially the broods. The gang here to put a difference between the Creator and the deities that you've been worshiping and praying to in your prayer breath as long as you've been alive. Knees slapping like a naked newborn. When you bring up the deity, you all to find out the deity ain't the Creator at all. We here to put a difference. That's why we creator gang. We here to put a difference between the creator and the gods. Because somebody should have told you. You should have been got the memo. No, this is off. We can't be doing that. That's a deity right there. That's a woman. That's a man. That's an animal. That's a damn yeti. No, that's not creator. Creator is invisible. You can't see creator. But ever present in all places. Verse 9. I know some of you mealy-mouth misfortunates want to curse us and you're foaming at the mouth to no avail. It'll never work. We don't agree to none of it. And on top of that, none of y'all talking about the creator, the God maker. So whatever seance you fancy yourself is doing is null and void. It has no power behind it because you ain't coming in the highest authority. You still calling on a creation. We not. We roll with creator. So whatever you call yourself throwing out there, we cancel it in the name of the great spirit. And whoever you send this way, guess what? They about to get this light too. So we responsible even for the spirits of darkness that still ain't rose up and got there. All right, well, guess what we gonna do to them? Whoop them with this light then. Since you sent them, we just gonna declare them powerless. You ain't got no power, no fruit, no motion over here, nothing. No authority. But since you're over here, you about to get your ass whooped with this light. And you about to find out what your maker requires of you. Yeah, you bring them, we raise them. Teach them, O angels, they do not look in the right way. Most I say, y'all look for me like you look for things. You try to hear my voice like you hear a man's voice. You don't find me, you don't hear me. Then he say, teach them, O angels. They do not look in the right way. Their ears are turned after loud claps and noises. They cry out, alas, I do not hear the voice of Jehovah. He is not spoken. No man has heard his voice. He is the all silent and dumber than the things he created. Yo, you hear what the naysayers saying? Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah, we love y'all too. Listen to what Creator say. They have turned away from my God and my Lord's. They have shut themselves up in conceit and darkness. They have peopled the earth with spirits of darkness. The demons or the jujas of men of darkness and cannibals. This is the condition of the earth when this great flood went down, when this continent got sunk. Cannibalism was at an all-time high. Right, the spiritual grade of man was well below the grades. Their fetals float back upon them like devouring vermin. They burrow deep in pollution. There was high, I don't heard about spirit and demon possession and all that. That's what that fetal is. Their fetals float back upon them like devouring vermin. Rats and mice, and they burrow deep in pollution. So there was high cannibalism going on, 22,152 BCE. High fetalism or demonic possession and oppression going on. Man was vibrating very, very low in so much darkness. Look at this. Look at this. Remember them, O God, my son. See, God is a son of creator. Remember them, O God, my son, and you, my lords of earth. Have no pity, but be like a surgeon's knife upon them. You have told them, O God, that Jehovah lives and reigns. His voice stands the all highest. But they have mocked you and your lords and turned away, going after iniquity. They are fearful lest they believe in my person and my voice. But of their own nonsense, but of their own gabble, they have no fear. So they scared. And that's what the conscious community is, scared. Because you know deep down what we're saying is authentic, solid. You know it. But you rather put fear in your own nonsense. Because what if I start paying attention to what them CGG boys and sisters is really saying, man? What if I really like? Okay, let me consider that real quick for a moment and see what like up top and see where it takes me. They are fearful lest they believe in my person and my voice, but of their own nonsense gabble, they have no fear. They criticize me and my God and Lords, but they acknowledge that they do not know me. They suppose my exalted heavens are without order and discipline. My captains they ignore, and the teachings of my holy ones are criticized by men of straw. What is a man of straw? You've been looking at some of them on the screen today. Number 269. A man of straw are those who have little to no substantiation to support their words, like Nepal Shadar. Is he coming out? Yeah, but that's why he's wrong. Like your boy Asar M. Kai talking about the sun come up at night and his gods are made out of plastic, and he ain't showing none of it. But you rather criticize all this objective truth coming out, and it's criticized by men who have little to no substantiation to support what's spewing out of their trap. None. Look at this. Have they not said, who is God that I should adore, and the Lord that I should listen? But I turn their eyes to the armies of the earth, to the general and the captain. Then they say, our affairs on earth are officers and discipline. We revere our highest great captains. So why do you think that the heavens are not well orderly and disciplined, but these niggas got standing armies on earth that are well ordered and disciplined? And you revere them. Your back gets straight when you be in the airport. You click your heels and you salute. Verse 14, shall they turn God away in the Lord? What shall the Creator do to please them? Is the name of my general, God, and my captain, Lord, not my own creation? Who founded the name of God and the name of Lord? Why are they not pleased with my gods and my lords? Hear me, O you Etherian gods and goddesses. They do not desire wisdom and resurrection. Their love lies in darkness. To eat, to sleep, and to devour are the delights of their souls. The first lesson of life they have not learned. The first heaven of the earth is to them the all of the created worlds. Hear my judgment upon them, O my holy angels, long risen. For I have raised them up again and again, and have founded lower heavens for them so they could learn. They fall the moment my gods leave them alone. Good night. Look at this. Verse 17. It's that book of 8. They'll go hard. They'll go hard. You feel me? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Okay, look at this right here. Verse 17. Now I will carry away their heaven and earth, and they shall be seen no more forever. But the drudges and feeble shall be carried to Hawatan and cast into walls of fire. And they shall be divided up into groups. Kin shall be torn away from kin. Friend from friend, mother from daughter, and father from son. For they have become like absorbents, sucking one another continually. So it's letting it be known that once these spirits are about to be colonized, basically, and put within walls of fire and separated from one another. These are the very spirits of darkness that have caused man 24,000 years ago to act in the way that he was acting. Low, dark, cannibal, you know what I mean? All types of sicknesses and vermin going around. So one of the first steps is the very spirits that are inspiring them, they got to get basically detained, colonized, separated from one another. You know what I mean? Look at this. Verse 18. And the walls of fire shall go up around them without ceasing, and they shall not escape. And those who guard them shall keep them from one another, so that they do no evil. Neither shall they sleep nor rest. They shall be stirred up and made to know that they are alive and can exist independent of fetal. And these are the very spirits that were causing that high level of demonic possession. 22,152 BCE. Look at this. So see what he had to do. He got to go to the root of the matter and deal with what's causing the problem. What's the inspiration? All right, we got to go detain them spirits. Look at this. Hear my voice, O God, and command your Lord to proclaim on earth. Have I not made an example before mortals? See the decaying dead corpse that rots in the field, or the carrion. Is it not the feast of the hyena, wolf, and buzzard? Do worms not come to life in it, and in turn devour the carcass that brought them forth? What more is the earth to these spirits of evil and darkness? What more is their first heaven than a place of perpetual devouring? Have they not made it a place of everlasting destruction? They visit their evils upon mortals. The young child cannot escape them, nor can the middle age, nor the old man, nor the old woman. The heavenly kingdoms founded by gods and lords have become pest houses for drudges and fetals. There is no place left for founding the upright and virtuous in heart, or my gods and lords servants to an evil world. And shall they find only rottenness to deal with? Now I have answered in the firmament of my holy sons and daughters. I have called them from remote places in heaven to witness the work of my hand. For as I made the earth and its heaven, so do I rule over it to the same end for which I created it. So it's about to be some type of washing away and a changing of the guard about to happen. We created like, look, this business got to get handled. If left unchecked, you understand? Mankind nor the earth will continue to progress. Look at this. When they are short of my measure, I lengthen them out. When they run foul, I prune them to my own liking, for they are mine. Behold, the fool have said, the Creator has made a failure. He has created a world for a certain purpose, but it runs foul of his mark. Hear me, O God, and through your lords answer him in his conceit. Did I not quicken man into life in my own way? Question. Did not I make man alive in my own way? At zero, I created him. Look at that. At zero, we were created at zero, blank slate. At zero, I created him, and I said, 2 roads have I made, O man. One leads to everlasting light, and the other to everlasting darkness. Now I have shown him the darkness. It is my witness to which man knows my word is all truth. Why then should I not create the world and men and angels that they go down toward everlasting darkness? Is it not by darkness and pain that I push man forward? Is it not by darkness and pain that I push man forward? Yes, the conceited man would fail himself were it not for the failures I set up before him. In what way then have I not created wisely? Oh, wait. Hey, so now you got a different way of looking at your trials and tribulations. You're going to go through darkness. The earth goes through darkness. But notice what he said. He said a conceited man, the man puffed up all his knowledge, the educated Negro, the conceited man would fail himself were it not for the failures I set up before him. Because guess what? When you fail, now you got to go depend on who? Your maker. You got to go depend on your maker. Even God fails at times. God is a creation. Even God fails. Oh, watch me tell you that. Even God missed the mark at times. There's only one perfect, that's Creator. Look at this. Look what he say in verse 26. Good night, boy. Good night. Do I not have a right to do my own way? Are all things not mine? If a man dies in the corporeal part, is he a failure? That's an excellent question. Do you deem someone a failure just because they transitioned and died? How else could man rise in my Ethereal worlds? Good night, boy. Open his eyes, oh my God and my Lords. He was not, and I created him. He presumes to look into my plans and judgments. By his little learning, he exalts his conceits and pretends to know all things. He like, look, this nigga was nothing. I created this shit. And he presumes to look into my plans and judgments. They got the nerve to say, I failed, and I created him. The one who's twisting his mouth calling God a failure was made by him. And now he know all things. Hey man, credit code. I'm trying to tell you. No, man, credit code. I try to tell you. He's like, look, these niggas be out here failing themselves. Good night, boy. Look what he say. He say, he was not, and I created him. He presumes to look into my plans and judgments. By his little learning, he exalts his conceit and pretends to know all things. I cause the grain to grow in the field, and the day before it is ripe, I send wind and rains and destroy it utterly. I bring forth man with shapely limbs and strong arms, but in the day of his prime, I cut him down. I gave the passion of love to the mother, but I take away her firstborn. Look at this. Before you get mad, folk, look at this. Do I not know that first of all things, man shall be taught to know my power? And after that, my wisdom. Have they seen the places of the dead and hell and destruction? Teach them, O God, for their ultimate resurrection is my glory and my delight. Credit, like, look, what's in my judgments and my plans is your ultimate resurrection. See, you perceive certain things happen, and you know, in your own conceit and limited knowledge, think you talk about something. Created like, oh, that's cute. He was nothing, and I made him. And he has the unmitigated gall to say, I failed. Teach them, O God, for their ultimate resurrection is my glory and my delight. Look at that. Creator ain't doing nothing with no aim of evil towards you. Nothing. Nothing. Your ultimate resurrection is what this is about. It's just sometimes even when you grow in plants, don't you got to do a little pruning? Don't you got to cut away the dead leaves? Don't you got to prune a vine sometimes? Yeah, there's ugly work at times. You got to cut off the parts that are no longer surfacing. That's why the continent was sunk in that flood happened. But that don't mean you pruning the plants and you angry and vindictive and just like, look, the reality is we got to cut this out so we can continue to grow. If we don't, we dead. So that's why he say, teach them, O God, for their ultimate resurrection is my glory and my delight. Shall man of earth say that the Creator was angry? Because biblical God is angry, smoking hot. These are a smoke in my nostrils. Creator don't be angry. What is all that? So you mean the maker of suns, moons, and stars don't know how to control anger? Shall man of the earth say that the Creator was angry and so sent the lamb beneath the ocean? He does not have wisdom to comprehend that in this day I cast out hell and destruction. I sunk the continent because it became a living hell on earth. The drudges is love, and as vampires, they feed on each other to the ruin of both. Man and the demon possessing him. They feed on one another. Both of y'all being destroyed. But look what he say. But I know, look what Creator say. The nerve of these mealy-mouthed misfortunes. But I know what is for their own good. And my decree is going forth. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Ooh wee, boy. Man, credit ain't no joke, man. Y'all know that. Y'all get some understanding. Y'all drop a 3,000 in the chat for the Arc-Cycle Cosmon, man. CGG still cooking. CGG is still cooking, baby. I got something else I want to share with y'all before I slide about it. You know how we do. You know how we do. You know how we do. Cosmon Kroger, my beloved brother. What's the word, all right? What's the word, Cloud Kicker? I'm about to go to one of my favorites. I haven't heard this before. There's a couple of these deals that just go. Just like, all of them go, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? There's a couple of these deals that just slap. Like, dang, that's cold. That's cold. Megaton light bombs in the building, baby. Everybody, yeah, we still cooking. Still cooking. I can do something real quick, y'all. Yes, sir. We getting some understanding, yeah. Hold on, man. You can't be sounding goofy. Trying to diss the creator. It don't even make sense. You be like, man, go sit down somewhere. What you even talking about? What you even talking about? Nothing. You just mad. That's it. You just mad. All right, cool. All right. We're going to that book of Judgment, chapter 20. CGG still cooking. All right, give me a second, family. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. My bad, family. Had to get something together real quick, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother King G Boxologist, my brother Jabril was in the building. The word out. Y'all see the title, Credit Gang Chop Session. The gods of the conscious community have fallen. And you get then there's a lot of pedophiles in the conscious community too, man. This boy Solar Mind. They just caught this boy on a damn train in New York somewhere, trying to flash bang a little girl, like trying to show her his love muscle. Like, what is wrong with these niggas, man? You dig? And this is like his third time doing some goofy. So, all right, so what's inspired? Who's inspiring these Negroes? Well, you got Solar Mind. This nigga is, I think he's a convicted, convicted sex nigga. Yeah, like this nigga been like dealing with minors and trying to molest minors for a long time. Well, they got a video of this Negro, some chick on the train, the subway, and caught this Negro trying to show love meat to a little girl on the subway, and she aired him out. Cuz out. I was like, yeah, this goofy nigga, demonic, dirty penis nigga up out of here, man. Oh, you got Solar Mind. And this just happened the other day. Who else? You got Gorilla Hebrew and got his cheeks clapped with pegging kits, and you got your boy it's a nigga from back in the day named Joshua Miguel. I heard he died earlier this year. But he was messing with little girls too. And these is Israelites I'm naming off so far. Except for Solar Mind. Everybody else is an Israelite. You got Nasi Yashuvel. The whole community quiet about this nigga. We ain't seen him in about 10 years. For him trying to penetrate one of the daughters of his wives, or one of his wives, one of the daughters she had from a previous relationship. This nigga was trying to penetrate her. And don't forget your boy Nature Boy and Polite, and man, that whole conscious community is full of some perverted ass niggas, man. You niggas is perverts. Y'all be good. Look, man, listen to me. The gang is the medicine for what's going on. The creator gang has the medicine. We here to bring you the creator. His ever presence we declare to you. That's what we're here to do. We're here to declare the ever presence of the creator and clean this mess up. Because if left to these, y'all, look, shout out to my brother Nehemiah, big homie. If we ain't heard, what are you left to? Huh? Race switchers and perverts. Real spill. Look, and you can't act like just because you were Israelite and keep laws, statutes, and commandments, that shit ain't going on in the Israelite community. That's where it's mainly going on at. And in the committed communities. Real spill. These niggas is perverse. Satnetta and all these niggas. Even Judah Nass, weirdo ass. He be on some weird shit too. That's what I'm saying. But even he over there talking about it. Nigga, they done caught this nigga on the subway yesterday or the day before trying to flash love meat on a little girl. Look, but these are your leaders. Look, Carl claimed he been to a P. Diddy party and got his ass licked before. But these are your leaders. These are the ones you choose. But look, all you gotta ask is who's inspiring these niggas, man? Who's inspiring these niggas? And like Nehemiah said, don't forget about the child murderers. All y'all claim you would kill your children. But we the ones that done lost the light. We dealing with the devil. Who? When all these perverted niggas is skipping through this conscious community, You know what I mean? And trying to speedball their God to you on a platter. And you over there seal clapping. Oi, 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 oi. Boy, you think Diddy gonna try to fly the straight and narrow now? Boy, they dropped that RICO and that trafficking on that boy. They just hit him with prostitution across state lines. Shit, the judge asked him if he wanted to go home today. Nigga, Sean P. Diddy Combs fuck around be at home this evening. They mess around and just give him some probation or something. Time served with a little probation. Yeah. Yeah. Think it's a game, boy. Nigga, they damn near buried that nigga. Think it's a game. You see? Now is the time, especially with war in the earth and all that. Now is the time, y'all, to really understand who your maker is and stop playing. Stop playing. Take that. Take that. I can't take you niggas serious, man. Like y'all some type of moral authority out here in these YouTube streets. No, the hell you not. It's us. We the one telling you weapons down. We the one telling you you better not go kill your child, your wife, or any person just because you think you can go kill you somebody. We the one telling you the creator ain't in the form and figure of no man, woman, angel, or animal. Like we the ones telling you everything you need to hear, but guess what? Y'all dodge us. And the creator gang is the elephant in the room. I'm telling you. We the killer whales and everybody avoid us. And that's because the deity that's inspiring these niggas. The deity that put a battery in their back, right? Telling them, stay away from them. Stay away from them. Huh? But if you ever been somebody like me who can give less than a damn what anybody think, I'm finna go check these niggas out. The more you tell me stay away from a crazy nigga, I'm finna go check him out and see how crazy he is. And come to find out he ain't no crazier than what y'all call me. Oh, no, I rock with him. What you say, me? Then you, Nehemiah, look, we gotta pray for the big homie, y'all. Nehemiah be having about 1 million fires to put out at one time. I remember that though. Yeah. You say remember that I told you that one that you were not. Hey, you are not the authority on morality. We know your ticket. Oh my God, bro. Hey, man, y'all gotta leave me alone. I try to tell you. Oh, man. Man, look, y'all be, hey, look, classes in session, man. Whenever the Four Horsemen or any of the gang is on, y'all, period, like it's just time for y'all to tap in. Look what you left to. Look at your gatekeepers. Look at your scholars. They're telling you your God is plastic. They're telling you that the earth is, and your gods are made out of plastic, that the sun comes up at night, that they'll kill their children if their God told them to, that their God is a demon, that they're named demons. Now, they telling you this stuff. Huh? Would you kill your child if God told you to? Hell yeah. Then we got niggas that done did it. Come on, y'all. You got to do is listen for the message and look at the behavior. You should already know what time it is. It's easy. Look, it's easy money what we talking about. We're not talking about nothing hard. It ain't hard to grasp this. It's only hard because you in your way. You figure chestnuts roast. You think your nuts gonna roast forever. No, it ain't. It ain't none of that, man. It ain't none of that. Not for doing good. Come on now. Now look at this right here. This is the Book of Judgment, chapter 20. Oh, I speed headshot. Because of the ever presence of the Creator, you were quickened into a conscious being. That's saying a lot right there. That's saying because the Creator is everywhere, fills all space and place. You were made alive into a conscious being. Y'all got to meditate on that. Meditate on that. That ain't nothing you sneeze at, man. Just that they ain't even, I don't even think, yeah, that ain't even a full verse. That's one sentence in a verse. That said, because the Creator is everywhere and fills all space and place, you were made alive into a conscious being. Meditate on that. Meditate on that. We talking about the conscious community, right? And here come the CGG swing through and tell you what consciousness really is. And who's responsible for your consciousness. It's because of the ever presence of your maker that filleth all space and place. You were made alive into a conscious being. As your earth bodies of the earth, so is your spirit of the Creator. Nevertheless, spirit is the opposite of corporeal life. For the latter, the corporeal life comes to an end. But the spirit of man is a tree of everlasting life. You already got the tree of life. You already talking about you can't wait to get it. The tree of life is your spirit. Part and parcel with the Creator. You over here waiting to go eat a pomegranate in the New Jerusalem. Verse 9, your spirit grows by cultivation, and you got to work at it, which is by the practice. So you got to put that into practice. That's the highest form of worship. You practice. Your spirit grows by cultivation, which is by the practice of wisdom, truth, virtue, benevolence, and affiliation with others. That's how your spirit grows. You got to cultivate it by practicing wisdom, truth, virtue, benevolence, and affiliation with others. So you're practically understanding how to grow your spirit. You ain't just saying a whole bunch of thank you, Jesus, till you start saying, I want some Cheez-Its, and now you speak it in tongues, and now that's evidence. That's the sign and evidence that you got the Holy Ghost, brother. There ain't no spookisms over this way. It's just let you know how do you practically and objectively grow your spirit. How? You got to work it. You got to cultivate it by practicing wisdom, truth, virtue, benevolence, and not isolation, but affiliation with others. We got to come together, because this is what the angels do. They gang up. They come mob deep. All for a single purpose. Fulfill the will of the Creator, right? Let's throw on up a little taste. Easy money. Easy money. Very easy to understand. Very easy. A lot of people don't like that, but I mean, shit, they be all right. It ain't hard to understand what we talking about. Not at all. Verse 10. Do not think that the soul grows by prayers or confessions to this God or that God. For no one shall be exalted for words without works. Would you think that the soul grows because you over you said about 1,000 prayers since this morning? Or confess to this God or that God? No one shall be exalted for words without works. Right? Faith without works is dead. Your soul don't grow through all that. Your soul grows through the practice of wisdom, truth, virtue, benevolence, and uniting with others on the same frequency. That's how your soul grows. It don't grow because you over here, you know what I mean, saying Jesus to you, speaking what you call tongues. No. For no one shall be exalted for words without works. Yet in whatever God you firmly believe. Nah, that's not my granny taught me this like that. That's okay. Okay. Look at them. Let me show you the liberty in Owaski. Watch what it says. It says, yet in whatever God you firmly believe, you may worship him. For he is your choice. You want to go worship you with AI God, go worship. You gonna worship, blind her, blue-eyed Jeebus, go worship. You want to go worship the black skin, white afro Jesus with red eyes? Go worship. You want a green Osiris or you want an Asian Osiris? Which one? It's your choice. You may worship him, for he is your choice. Nor shall any man prevent you or stop you in this your liberty. But remember, the same rule holds for all in this day. You shall never see the God you worship, unless indeed it is an idol, a deceiving spirit, or an image of wood or stone or some corporeal substance. Ball game. Ball game. See, the same rule holds. The Creator cannot be seen as you see a man, as you see a woman, as you see an animal, as you see an angel. The same rule holds. You ain't gonna never see if who you calling God is the supreme Almighty. You'll never see him as you see a man, woman, angel, animal. Never. And since there are images of El, images of Yahweh, images of Osiris, images of Ashtaroth, images of Jesus. When Jesus walked the earth, they saw him, they hugged him, they laughed with him, they ate him. He was wrapped in swaddling clothes and placed in a manger. He was seen, held, touched, came through the womb of a woman. But remember, the same rule holds for all in this day. You shall never see the God you worship unless indeed it is an idol. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I know why you mad. Know why you mad. Some of y'all done had visions of the God and Judgment Day, and I saw the Lord, man. I ain't knocking your spiritual experience. What you saw is what you saw. What I'm saying is, whatever you saw ain't the Creator. The Creator can't be seen. He's omnipresent, ever present, filleth all space and place, unseen, omnipotent, all powerful, omniscient, all knowledge, omnipresent, filleth all space and place. Knoweth all, seeth all. Not in the form and figure of a man, woman, angel, or animal. Not in the form of a man sitting on a throne. So if your God has been seen by you, or the God you worship has been seen, and that God is worshiped, that God is false. It's false. For behold, I have cast out all gods, lords, and saviors on the earth and in the heavens of the earth. And when the spirits of the dead come to you in sarges, meaning they materialize and look like they're mortals, and they come to you in sarges saying, behold me, I am your Savior, I am your Lord. I say to you, all such spirits are drujas, demons. You can't see the Creator. And if the God and the Lord is on the Creator side, they trying to exalt you and lift you up. They don't want you to praise them or worship them. God is who you become. It's not who you worship. It's who you become. A Lord is who you become, not who you worship. So if the God and the Lord is really with the Creator, then they not finna be getting you to bow to them and pray to them. You know what I mean? Offer sacrifices for them and how you build their kingdom up and all that. They not even on that. Their whole job is to what? Look back to mortals and call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty. So any God that got you on your knees is a tyrant. Is a slave master. And that's a problem because your grandmama just left church a couple of days ago. PTL. Praise the Lord. Now it's the Creator of nothing. It's the Creator of nothing. Ain't nothing. Everything else they talking about means absolutely zero. Nothing. Look Look at this. And when the spirits of the dead, well, I already read, let's read again. And when the spirits of the dead come to you in sword, just saying, behold, I am your Savior. I am your Lord. I say to you, all such spirits are Drew Johnson. If you had an experience like that and you swore you saw Yahshua, Yahushua, Hamashiach, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua. You claim you saw you a little vision of Yahushua or Yehoshua and all that. That was a demon you saw. That was a Drew job. That was a deceiving spirit. Look at this. Nevertheless, if you worship a God or a Lord, then let such be a role model to you, to cast your eyes into your own soul, to purify yourself in the sight of your Creator, whom you cannot doubt. So if you do worship a God or Lord, make sure, they stand up and, they some type of righteous role model that will cause you to reach down to your soul and continue to pursue your Maker, whom you cannot doubt. In that respect, it is no sin for you to worship any good ideal whom you shall copy, emulate in your behavior. Yet, hold on, there's always a but, or yet because of such worship, this you shall also prove, that whoever of the ancients was great, or whatever God was well known, that you set your soul on the love, Jesus, Buddha, Brahma, Allah, any other, the ancestral worships or whatever. Dig? Look what it say, that you set your soul on the love, behold, familiar spirits will come to you to deceive you, professing to be that ancient or that God. Good night. Good night. You mean to tell me a familiar spirit, an evil angel, can appear how you expect your God to appear? Black skin, white woolly hair, red eyes, the voice of many waters, voice like a trumpet, speaking the ancient Lashawan, answering in the very name that you pray to in your prayer breath. Behold, familiar spirits will come to you to deceive you. And they're going to say, you know what? I'm that God you've been praying to. Bow. I'm that God you've been praying to. I'm here to answer your prayers. And the God or the goddess look exactly how you thought in your mind. Exactly. Answering to the very name you've been praying to or praying in. You ain't going to take much convincing because you don't know that the Creator is ever present and can't be seen as you see a man. So whoever this is false because you can see him and he wants your worship. He ain't coming to you declaring the ever presence of the Creator. He ain't coming to you telling you I'm your big brother, or she ain't coming to you saying I'm your big sister. Profit in my wisdom, be admonished by my love. I ain't saying none of that. No. Familiar spirits will come to you to deceive you, professing to be that ancient or that God. And if you believe him, that's Babylon. That's the Babylon. And if you believe them, then this too you should prove. When you were dead, and your soul risen from the dead, some deceiving spirit will, not might, will come to you to use you. Nor shall you discover for a long season that you have been the dupe and slave of an unscrupulous master. See? That's why the gang is important. The credit gang is very important because the moment you cross over being a religious devotee to these false gods, got us another one. Got us one. That's why it's very important to put a difference between the Creator and the gods, man, so you can understand. Like we over here trying to free you from the tyranny of these suckers. Right now, that's where you're going, especially with the conscious community. It's some devoted niggas up in there, boy. Niggas talking about killing children and spilling blood. No, some deceiving spirit gonna get at you. Now you over this is your look, it's your choice. Worship how you want to worship. But when you dead, just understand. You dig? Got us another one. Look at this. For this day in the lower heavens, this day in the atmosphere of the earth, this day in the lower heavens, there are millions of false prophets. That's crazy. That deal say millions. For this day in the lower heavens, there are millions of false Brahmas, millions of false Buddhas, millions of false Christs, and millions false Gabriel gods. Oh, we. It don't say 10. It don't say a smidgen, a sprinkle of them. You mean to tell me right above your head, right above your head in the lower heavens, it's millions of these false ass gods waiting to enslave you, man. And they come in all shapes and sizes. You want you an East Indian Jeebus, or you want you a Rastafarian Jeebus? You want you a Russian Jeebus or a Chinese Jeebus? You want your African Buddha, or you want you a European Buddha? Take your pick. A Wasby reveals that it's millions of these false ass guys waiting to capture you, waiting to deceive you when you cross over. And there's millions of them, especially with the four main ones: Christianity, Buddhism, Brahmanism, and Islam, Mohammedans, Muhammad Sandwich in them. Look at this, verse 18. Whoever binds himself to these names while on earth becomes a fit subject for Drujas, demons to fall upon when he enters heaven. It's dangerous being a devotee to the false deities and gods, man. You bind yourself to them while you're on this earth. Niggas like Vocab Malone, diehard nigga, Christian. Jesus is God. Nigga, what you talk about? Father, Son, Holy Ghost. And, you know what I mean? Niggas like Tazoryak. Nigga, I'll kill my grandchild. I'll go through any trial the Lord puts me through. Like these are some like these cats have already seasoned themselves for the fry. They already been seasoned themselves. Right? The deities know they got some slaves once these niggas cross over. They can't wait. They salivate. See, this type of high spiritual understanding, what happens when you die, dealing with the different false gods and all that, you ain't getting that nowhere else but from the creator gang. And y'all know this. You ain't getting this from nowhere else. Now you aware. Like, dang, it's millions of these false gods, and they're equivalent to slave masters. Waiting to bind you as soon as you cross over. You become a fit subject for the demons, for the Drujas, for the YNs. And the Drujas are the YNs in the spirit world. You become a fit subject for the YNs to fall upon. The young niggas. When he enters heaven. Good night. Good night. Good night. Do not think that great wisdom comes suddenly by dying. Right. Don't think you about to die and just have all this grandiose, exalted wisdom. Do not think that great wisdom comes suddenly by dying. In your early entrance into the S world, the spirit world, you shall be easily deceived. And y'all, he's talking to those who worship the false gods, even at their own, you know what I mean, at their own choice. He letting it be known, like, look, great wisdom ain't gonna change because you die suddenly, and you done bound yourself to this deity, and there ain't no sin if you following a righteous idea. But know this, you will never see your God unless that God is a deceiving spirit. Know this. If you bind yourself to these niggas while on earth, you are a fit subject, meaning they already got you picked. You are a fit subject for the Drujas, the YNs in the spirit world to fall upon when he enters it. Meditate on that. And then sit back and trip off the 99.9% of the world. 99.9% of the world are fit subjects for the YNs, the Drujas, the demonic forces to fall upon when they enter heaven. 99.9% of the world. And here we come, CGG Creative Gang, letting putting the difference out there. They shook. So shook, they got all our channels shadow banned. That's all right, we about to make something happen with that. Yeah, global purpose. The YNs. The Drujas are the YNs in the spirit world, the young niggas. I'm trying to tell you. Daryl Cosmon in the building, my beloved brother. Y'all go over here, like, subscribe, and share. Yeah. His brother Whirlwind right there. That's the Robert McCall of the Turtle Gang. Robert McCall is the equalizer. If you ever watched Denzel and the Equalizer, that's Daryl. That's Daryl. The quiet one that'll cut you in twain. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that, man. Love and light. You know what I mean? Easy money, though. Easy money, though. Now, look what this say again, though. Look at that verse 18. Whoever binds himself to these names while on earth become a fit subject for Drujas to fall upon when he enters heaven. Now, think about all the religious devotees, whether you're talking about the jihadists, whether you're talking about the Knights Templar, the Crusades, and you got a lot of cats in the Jesuit order. Man, you got a lot of cats that's quoted and devoted to the deity, man. And they can't even deal with it. Do not think that great wisdom comes suddenly by dying. In your early entrance into the S world, you shall be easily deceived. Verse 20, for which reason you should school yourself every day of your life, that your creator only is your God, and that you shall never see him as you see a man or an angel, but that you can see him every day in the glory of his works. Look what this next verse says. Look at this. With this faith in your soul, with this faith in your soul, good night, you shall die and enter heaven fearlessly. See, so school yourself every day. Only my creator is my mighty one, creator only. And I would never see the creator as I see a man or an angel. You got to school yourself daily and say that. That way, when it's time to play ball for real, when you cross over, you already know anything that skip across your plate that you can see and it's trying to tell you that they your creator, bow down, they breath stank. What you talking about? Now you false, because any real God, Lord, or angel that roll with the creator, guess what? Their job is to look back to me and call me to the exalted heavens. Their job is to raise me up and to proclaim the ever-present glory of the creator, not for me to worship them. With this faith in your soul, you shall die and enter heaven fearlessly. And when a pretended God or Savior comes to you asking tribute, you shall know in truth that he is false. Ooh-wee, 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 boy. I know. But now's the perfect time. Nothing with war in the earth and all this extra stuff going on with Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Iran, U.S., Iran, Israel, Palestine, all these different proxy wars. Now is the perfect time to go ahead and explain that whatever it is inspiring these niggas to kill each other and to take life, you know what I mean? It's not the creator of sun, moon, and stars, but gods are banging. And we just read it's millions of them niggas in the lower heaven. Millions of them. So is Donald Trump God, your God? He the other day was like, and God, we thank you, God. That boy bombed. That man bombed 3 sites in Iran, took some lives, went home and ate some squid. Boy, job well done. I know, but we the ones who's off though, right? Nah, we the ones telling you the Creator ain't the one sanctioning none of the wars. None of it. You know what I mean? If you got some understanding today, man, y'all go ahead and drop a 3,000 in the chat for the Orc Cycle Cosmology. It's your little brother Malaki Macabee, CGG, Greater Gang, Greater Gang Chop Session. Guys of the conscious community. Because of the ever presence of your maker, you were quickened into a conscious being. We're going to talk about the conscious community. You know, it's because of the ever presence of the Creator that you even made alive into a conscious being. What you think it's a game? What you think we playing? Huh? You think we playing? Let's say right there. Let's say right there. Huh? Got the 3,000s in the chat. Yeah, the Drew Jaws are the YNs. Everybody over here, like, that's why I'm trying to tell people, man, like, look, the gang is in a very, very good place. And what they say, that verse, chapter 20, verse 8, because of the ever presence of Jehovah, or the Creator, you were quickened into a conscious being. Meaning, without his ever presence, don't nothing crack. Ain't no life, ain't no consciousness. What is he even talking about? He's talking about the conscious community. How? How? When you don't even acknowledge the Creator or his ever presence. Yeah, that nigga took some lives, dropped some bombs, and went home and ate feet. Easy money, man. CGG still cooking. Believe that, know that. Shout out to my brother Cosmine Cal, the Cloud Kicker, Cosmine Kruger. Shout out to my brother Daryl Cosmine, brother Whirlwind. Robert McCall, the Donatello of the Turtle Gang. Shout out to my brother C-La Shalom. Me and Otto of the Turtle Gang, man. C-La, boy, I cut somebody in twain real quick. I'm a love brother. I'm the younger of all them. I'm the Michelangelo. The one is always joking, but ain't playing with you. Playing with you, boy. Put a vortex on a nunchuck and pop you right in your mouth. What's good? And us four together make up the 4 horsemen or the Turtle Gang. And the 4 horsemen, you dig, or plagues to their kingdom. War, famine, dictatorship, and death. But we bring the opposite of war. We bring peace. We bring the opposite of famine. We bring plenty. We bring the opposite of dictatorship. We bring liberty. And the opposite of death, we bring you life. You see that? And because we come like that, that's a problem to the kingdom of darkness and the powers that be. Now we cancel war with hate with love. CGG still cooking, man. Ain't no higher right. Not outside. You dig? And we ain't saying this is it. It's the final revelation. We ain't saying none of that. I can only imagine what's to come. If this is just the beginning of it. Y'all remember, this is just the beginning of the Cosmon era. We ain't even 20 years in yet. It's a 3,000-year arc cycle. I can only imagine what's to come, man. Good night. And it's an honor to be, early in it. And when they get to looking back at records and looking who, really was, really out here putting their flag down. And, really out here light bombing. They gonna look back. They gonna look in them heavenly records and look back and see the CGG, man. So look, y'all unleash this light. Don't even play it. Whatever in your life that got you distracted, hey, put that shit on the back burner. I mean, when Creator called, when he called Ace, his son, to go handle that female, handle that business. He said, man, I'm bent down like somebody ready to sprint forward billions at my side to go handle this business. And when the Creator called his high rate son, O'Sil Ray, nigga, That nigga blew past him. They say he was moving at breakneck speed. Actual word, no else. So he was inflamed to go get the creator's wheel. You call me? Oh, I'm about to go. Man, look, I'm not even gonna play with nobody. Nigga blew past shit bottles. I said, yeah, he ain't playing. When he called his daughter, so pick you up easy them. They don't be playing with you. They go get that done, and it be a gang of them. It be like millions of them. All focused on one task. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we gotta be, no matter what's going on. We gotta be affiliative, meaning united, and focus on one task, get it done. And whatever task we got after that, we gonna get that done. But it's all praise to the creator, the God maker. God praise to the great spirit. Ain't nobody rebutted or debunked anything we've ever said. We ain't took no L's, none of these niggas, none of them. Nobody has ever went bar for bar, verse for verse with us even out their books. Well, until that happens, everything that we put out stands. Until you come rebut it, it stands. Something that's left unrebutted is a fact in the courtroom. You ain't disputed it. You ain't rebutted it. Matter of fact, now y'all talking how we talk. You know what I mean? Oh, man, there ain't nothing but love and light over this way, man. Yeah, I was still gonna hang back for a little taste. Still ain't nobody gonna get on. Go ahead and hop on off. Finish off some of this work I got for the day. You know, hey, like I say, man, we still cooking. We still cooking out here. Y'all hit the like button, share button. Get the gang back in the algorithm for sure. And yeah. You got to look more like bombs on the way. And remember this: if the God is false, everything them niggas doing over there in the conscious community is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It means nothing. All your rites and ceremonies mean nothing if the deity is false. And to this day, nobody has rebutted the CGG's claim. So if that's the case, if it's unrebutted, then guess what? It stands. It stands. All you niggas is up under the bondage and tyranny of false gods worldwide. And we are free in the name of the great spirit, in the name of the creator, the God maker, the maker of suns, moons, and stars, always was, is, ever shall be, whose magnitude is incomprehensible and whose presence is everywhere. Can't argue with that. Not in a form and figure of any man, woman, angel, or animal sitting on no chair nowhere. Ever presence within, all, beyond, all, and over all. And we can keep cooking. It's easy. Once you understand it, you dig and realize there ain't nothing in the earth that can come against you. That's why we ain't tripping on you Negroes claiming you cursing us or whatever. Man, look, that shit ain't got no authority or no power over this way. Nothing. We come in the name of the creator, the God maker. The God you bring into, guess what? That's love. Still a creation. And he ain't got no power and authority than who we telling you about. So guess what? Guess what we do? We declare them with no power, no motion, and no fruit. Bind them in the name of the great spirit. And since you over here, and you got sent by them bastards over there, guess what you about to get? You about to get light bomb. Yeah, you about to get light bomb. You about to learn about the creator today. You angel of darkness. You about to learn. So look, that's a Wafi so cold to tell you, you even responsible for the angels, the spirits of the dead who have not risen above, gotten on the path of the creator. Yeah, since they're around, you might as well go ahead and put them on game too. Truly marvelous when you come to this right, man. Believe that, know that. But until then, y'all, to the next time. To the next time. I'm your brother Malaki Macabee, Ton Light Bomb, the Michelangelo and the Turtle Gang. You feel me? All praise to the creator, the maker of suns, moons, and stars, the great spirit. As y'all see, Creator Gang Shop Station, the God of the conscious community, that far. So y'all need to tap in with us. I ain't the ones telling you what it is. There ain't nobody else saying it. What they're saying is crack pipe logic. They just told you it's God who's made out of magic. Just told you that the sun come up at night. I just told you that it's God dwell in Punt Land, and behind Punt Land is the Red Sea. Huh? We have got them on record claiming that the God who they talking about, they create everything, sit on the throne. We got them on record saying that they'll kill their children. Hell yeah, absolutely yes. Oh yeah, they're out of here. See, so we know based off what we hear in action. Because there's a couple cats that pressed play on and actually killed some folk because they said they were what inspired. We know by action. We know by message and action who you roll with. You dig? So until the next time, family, y'all know ain't nothing but love and light over this way. But look, don't be stay sucker free. Right? Don't be out here getting caught up in the madness. You dig? Remember, it's CGG. It's the creator of nothing. Always remember that. You know what I mean? Don't give none of that no power over yourself. Right? You can always not agree. You know what nobody on. I don't even agree with that. Nah? I don't even agree with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Look at them light bombs. We all good though. So I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I love all y'all. I don't get on y'all nerves sometimes. It's on my nerves. Hey, but I look, if ain't nobody else tripping, I'm tripping. I will never let these dusty ass niggas win. No. We gotta talk about this. And until y'all ready to talk about it, I claim stand as fact in these streets. You don't want to talk about it, okay? Stand on over there with the rest of the pile of unbelievers. The rest of the misfits, we put all y'all in the same pile. Right? But until you grow the spiritual nuts and fortitude and address the character flaw, the deity that you claim is the supreme being. What the Creator Gang has said in these streets, stand. See? Love all y'all, man. Love, light, and all that stuff in the name of the great spirit that created the God making it. Bro, out here. Hey.
Wow.